Welcome back to the shop. I've got a new tool today. This is sort of an unexpected find, and I think it's going to serve me well over time, but I just want to do a couple things today. I want to talk about how I got it, and then I want to see how much this sucker weighs, because it is really, really stout. So we'll get a chance to use the forklift and the scale and a couple other things and talk about it, but I think it's sort of interesting the way I got it. I had a 13 horsepower pressure washer that had been fighting me. It worked. The unloader was an issue. I got tired of it. I was just walking around it, and my father has a good pressure washer I could borrow, so I decided to sell it. So I sell this pressure washer, put it on Facebook Marketplace for $150, and a gentleman comes over and wants to buy the pressure washer for me, but then tells me that he might not be able to fit it in the back of his truck because he's got stuff back there. So I walk over to sort of assess the situation and see what I'm dealing with, and he's got the cart in there. And we get to talking, and long story short, I gave him the pressure washer at $50, and I've got this cart, this Vestil stainless steel cart. It is the legs, the bottom, and the top are stainless, and then the cross members, as you'll see here in a second, are steel, I believe, and it's got the foot-operated hydraulic jack there. It also is air over hydraulic in the bottom, but there's something wrong with it. I hooked it up yesterday and it wasn't working right. But let me put the camera back a little bit and we'll give you a demonstration of how high this sucker goes. Almost got it all in frame. So it goes up 52.5 inches. Height-wise, the table is 36 by 20. I do not know the exact capacity. From what I've seen online, I believe the capacity is somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 pounds. When I bought it, it didn't have any hydraulic fluid in it, and a couple of the fittings were loose. You can see sort of about there's some hydraulic fluid because we overfilled it. We had to bleed 2 screws to get it to work properly. There was a screw on the left hand side for the actual foot pump, and then another screw in the body of the main hydraulic jack. It took 2 people to do that, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't film it at the time, but it seems to function quite nicely now. The question I have remaining is, how much does this thing weigh? I think it probably is deceiving on the video of just how heavy this thing is. I'm going to go ahead. I've got my idea. How about you leave a comment, guess what you think this thing weighs, and we'll bring you back here in a minute and tell you exactly how much it really does weigh. Discounting a little rigging, this thing weighs 285 pounds. It feels more than 285 pounds. It really does. It's a stout cart. I'm happy to have it. I also have another handy lift. I will put a picture of the handy lift up. That's been great. I got that a real deal from a friend of mine I used to work with. And another tool that I have that, well, let me show you some of the lifting things that I have. If you watch A-Bomb 79, you'll see him use the Skyhook. I've got an old lamp hanging from my Skyhook now. I don't use it very often, but it's a nice tool. I've got it out of the way in the shop. But it's got a 500-pound lift capacity, and it's pretty neat to have. I, again, just used it on a handful of times. I bought it for $40 at one of the tractor shows. Probably one of the best deals I ever got. My hydraulic press also doubles as a stand for my truck-mounted hitch crane. You can see that it looks like a conventional engine lift. I'll put a picture of it. I got it from Amazon. I had used this once before to move my Grimby surface grinder. So that's it. I just want to know if anybody else has a problem like me where I try to sell something to clean the shop up and end up with more stuff at the end of the day, and maybe even a couple dollars out of pocket. But the long story short is it costed me $200 to do this. I had the $150 for what I wanted for the pressure washer, and then I ended up giving the gentleman $50 for this cart. I think for $200 for something with a 52-inch lift, I'm rationalizing. I'm happy to have it. So that's it. I hope you're having a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Have a good day.